Hi everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Izzy and I talk about all things skin. Today we're going to talk about something that affects a lot of people, myself included, and that is acne scarring. I'll run through what scarring is, like different types of scarring, different treatment options available. Let's talk about the causes of acne scarring or any scarring in general. When you have a wound, your skin's main priority is stopping anything getting in. So it wants to heal itself over as quick as possible. So your body produces collagen fibers to rebuild the skin that was there. Atrophic scarring happens when there is an insufficient amount of collagen produced to rebuild the skin. It doesn't look the same as it did previously. There is also hypertrophic and keloid scarring, which is actually the opposite, and it's your body producing too much collagen, so it produces a raised scar. Some people genetically produce less collagen, so they're more prone to scarring. The more damage that your skin sustains, the deeper the scarring will be. So I'll go into the different types of scarring, starting off with ice pick scarring. Ice pick scarring is probably the most severe type of all the acne scars. They tend to be deep, narrow pits in your skin. They're caused by severe inflammatory damage and they tend to be the hardest type of scarring to treat. Boxcar scars are broad scars with deep defined edges. They tend to be wider than ice pick scars, caused by everyday papules, pustules on the skin and multiple merging together. Rolling scars are broad depressions in the skin with soft sloping edges as opposed to boxcar scars quite rigid edges. They tend to be caused by long-term acne, and this is actually the most common form of acne scarring. It's quite common in older skin due to loss of elasticity. So there are many treatments out there for acne scarring. A lot of them do different things and a lot of them are suitable for some people, aren't suitable for other people. So I've comprised a list for you all of pretty much everything you can do for acne scarring, and at the end I'll go through what's best for what type of scarring. So I'll start off going through the skincare treatments. These are things you can do at home and are relatively easy to do. The only thing with skincare is it takes time. It takes quite a lot of time. Scarring is how your skin is formed, so it takes a long time to overcome that and help it heal it. First thing on the list is tretinoin. Is anyone surprised? This is my favourite ingredient ever. It's helped me so much with so many different things. I have used it myself personally for acne scarring. I found it's probably the most beneficial thing that I've done myself for it. There is a bit of downtime, there are some cons to it. The good just massively outweighs any bad that comes with tretinoin is the strongest in the retinoid family. Retinoids are a derivative of vitamin A. If you want any more information on that, check out my retinoids video. Because tretinoin is so strong, you can only get it through prescription. You can't buy it over the counter or just at a drugstore like any other retinoid. It works by increasing fibroblast production deep in the skin, therefore stimulating more collagen to be produced. Therefore, it thickens your skin and starts filling in those scars. It also encourages cell turnover, so your dead skin cells that are sitting on the top will come up and up and up, and then they're just falling off. This is a natural process that happens in your skin. It's called desquamation. Retinoids just helping to speed that up and bring everything out quicker. This is why you get the purge, because everything that is sitting below your skin will come up and out. The purge isn't permanent. A lot of people say to me when they start retinols, oh, I didn't agree with it, it didn't get on. It's because you're purging. You experience breakouts because everything that's sitting in the lower levels is just coming out. You might get irritation and redness, depending on what retinoids you use. Tretinoin is most likely to cause some irritation. Personally, myself, I got it around my mouth the most. I still even get it now sometimes. But most of the purge will go within a month. I'd say month maximum. For me, it lasted maybe 2 to 3 weeks. It does take a while to see difference with the scarring. You should notice instantly your skin is much glowier and fresher, but to see any difference in scarring will take maybe upwards from 6 months. It's a slow process. You just have to be patient with it, but in my opinion, it is one of the best things for a multitude of skin issues, whether that's aging, scarring, acne, or pigmentation. It is just chef's kiss. Next is adapalene or retinaldehyde. Adapalene is a synthetic form of retinaldehyde. So it's a lower level than the tretinoin on the retinoid ladder. You can buy it over the counter. This is the good thing about retinaldehyde, also sometimes called retinal or adapalene. It has similar effects to tretinoin as it is in the retinoid family, but it works a bit slower because it's a bit weaker. This is beneficial though because it's gentler for people. So if you find your skin really can't tolerate something as harsh as tret, because tret is harsh, it's tough. I stopped using it. I use it off and on because sometimes my skin just can't handle it, especially in summer. So if you're looking for something a lot more gentle for your skin, retinaldehyde or adapalene is going to be your best bet. Oleic acid at concentrations between 10% and 20% are really beneficial for acne scarring, mostly pigmentation. As oleic acid is a tyrosinase inhibitor, this is the enzyme that is responsible for the overproduction of melanin in your skin. And the tyrosinase inhibitor just puts it to sleep, so it stops overproducing and giving you that pigmentation. So quite good at preventing that pigmentation forming. It's also a mild exfoliator, so like I said previously, your skin's natural process of turning itself over, it speeds that up, so it helps your skin naturally kind of heal itself a bit quicker. AHAs can be used for acne scarring, although admittedly it's probably not the most effective treatment you can do, but if you're quite sensitive or not responding to other treatments, it is an option, and it can be used with other treatments like retinol. Maybe not tretinoin, might be a bit much of tret, but it definitely can be used with other treatments. There's a range of AHAs you can use. Glycolic acid, lactic acid are two of my favourites. They're gentle enough to not cause irritation, but they do the job. They also do other things as well, so you get the glow. If you're using these AHAs while you have active acne, they will help treat the acne at the same time. For peptides, the data is less robust than things like retinols for the improving of acne scarring, but they are widely used and they're quite beneficial. What peptides do is they signal the skin to start producing more collagen. This improves the firmness of the skin and can help with the wrinkling skin. It definitely is a good addition to something else like a retinol. It's really good, especially if you have sensitive skin, because it's not irritating. You can also inject growth factors and stem cell extracts. These are found naturally in your body. These stimulate the fibroblasts, which produce collagen. It also boosts your skin's repair. So if you have active acne and you're worried about its scarring, it's good to have these treatments to stop the scarring forming, nip it in the bud. And probably the most important treatment for acne scarring, believe it or not, is SPF. Granted, SPF probably isn't the best solo treatment for scarring, but it's going to help prevent it getting worse, especially if you're prone to pigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or post-inflammatory erythema. The sun will worsen it. I hate the idea that the sun clears up my acne. It doesn't. You just look more tan. The sun will worsen it, so it's really, really important, especially if you're Fitzpatrick 4, 5, 6, so those darker skin tones, you're very prone to the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and it getting worse by the sun. So SPF every day, especially if you're doing treatments such as retinoids, any AHAs, any retinols, use SPF every day. Let's get into some clinical treatments you can do, stuff you can't do at home, but you can go to some skin clinics and get done. So first off, probably my favourite treatment is microneedling. How it works is it's tiny little needles that create controlled damage in your skin. The depth of the needle is adjustable, so in the first sessions you'll have quite a light treatment just to see how you react, and then we go a bit deeper. And it's controlled wound healing. So when you have a wound, your skin tries to heal itself, it's doing that in a controlled environment to essentially heal back to new skin, to refresh it. When you create the little holes in the skin, it floods with platelets and growth factors, stimulating production of type 1 and type 3 collagen. The thing with these clinical treatments is the downtime. So microneedling, the downtime is generally 3 to 5 days, maybe a week, depending on where you go, how deep they do it and what they mix it with. But it is very, very manageable. You can do it on a Friday and then be ready to go to work again by Monday. It can be combined with PRP treatments, which is platelet-rich plasma, or the vampire facial. I'm sure we all saw Kim Kardashian doing it years ago, where they take your blood, they use the plasma in the microneedling, and the plasma contains high concentrations of growth factors to help the collagen stimulation. Chemical peels are another really good option for acne scarring. There are many, many, many chemical peels you can do. Some of them very light, some of them very, very deep. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of a phenol pill. I'm sure I'll talk about it on this channel at some point. It's intense. It's intense. The more intense your peel is, the better results you'll get. The more severe scarring you have, the deeper peel you'll need to see results. You can use laser treatments also for acne scarring. Ablative lasers like CO2 lasers or ER-YAG. They remove a few layers of the skin for collagen induction, similar to how microneedling works. You also have non-ablative lasers like Fraxel. These are a lot gentler as they still stimulate the collagen but without removing any skin. You also get fractional lasers, which work the same way as non-ablative lasers, but they only target a fraction of your skin. This is really good if you have quite isolated scarring, because you're having that controlled damage on that one area, but not the surrounding tissue, so it heals a lot better. TCA Cross is a high concentration of TCA. I'm talking 70 to 100%, which is a lot. It is injected directly into a single scar. Normally ice pick scars, as they tend to be the deepest, and they cause controlled damage into that individual scar. And this triggers the collagen remodeling to resurface the skin. Dermal fillers are a good option as well. It might be quite surprising, but what they do, they physically lift the atrophic scarring from underneath and over time can stimulate the collagen to get that skin texture you want to get. If you suffer from ice pick scarring, the best options for treatment are the more intense treatment, like TCA Cross, fractional or CO2 lasers. If you have boxcar scarring, the best treatments for you would be microneedling, chemical peels, I say mid to deep range chemical peels, and laser treatments. Rolling scarring is similar, microneedling can help, there's laser treatments and dermal fillers. And if you're suffering from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or post-inflammatory erythema, to treat this, superficial peels are your best friend, and AHAs, azelaic acid, and even niacinamide. So there we have it. That's the rundown on all things acne scarring. If you have any questions for me at all, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to help. If you have any ideas for videos, any skincare products, any skin issues you want me to go into, please let me know in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know anytime I post. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at IzzyMaysLife. I really appreciate all the love and support, and I'll see you in the next video.